Hello everyone, welcome to Osaae Virtue. If you are just joining, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification button. Like and share this video with your friends and your loved ones. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful crochet beanie. Look at how gorgeous it looks. I've made them in several colors, white, ash, and other colors. So today I'm going to show you how to use how to make this cap with another color, which is lilac. So currently I'll be using yeye wool to make this. I hope you can see. So, and I'll be using 4.0 millimeter hook. I hope you can see it. Yeah. So I'll be using a pair of scissors and a darning needle. Alright, so let's go right into the video. You can watch the other videos that I have on my page on how to make slip stitch, how to make double crochet, stuff like that, because today I'm going to be using double crochet to make this beanie. Alright, so to make a magic ring, because that's what I'm going to be making first, I'll wrap around, this is the tail of my yarn. I'll wrap around this my yarn with my two fingers, then I'll make an X at the back like this. You get? Then I'll use my hook. I'll insert my hook into this and grab this other one. Then I'll pull up a loop. Then I will now yarn over. Then make a single, make a chain. So I'll remove my hand. Then I'll make another chain. So that's two chains, and these two chains is just a turning chains. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. So I'm just going to continue and continue to make. So I told you that I'll be making double crochet. So I yarn over and pull through the remaining two. I'll be making double crochet. So I've yarn over, I've made one. So I'll be making 10 double crochet into this circle. So I've made two like that. So I'll meet you at the end of the 10 chains and 10 double crochets. I've come to the end of the 10 double crochet. So let's count it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now the next thing is to close this gap, this circle that is here. I need to close it. So I need to drag this, my short tail. I need to drag it like this. So we pull it very well. So the next thing is to slip stitch. So we started this round with 2 chains, and I told you that it doesn't count as a stitch. So it's on at the top of the double crochet that we did next that I'm going to be slip stitching into. So this is I'm going to be slip stitching into it like this. Like this. So let me do the slip stitch again. So you insert your hook into the space like this. You get, then pull up a loop. So after pulling up a loop, you will now bring this stitch out of this one. Then the yarn that is at the back, which is this short tail, I have to bring it to this side before I start row 2. So now I'm going to chain 2, but after I chain 1, I'll bring this also to the front again. I bring it like this, then I'll chain 2. Note that this chaining does not count in this row 2. So I'm going to yarn over like this and insert my hook into this space. Don't forget that we are carrying along this short tail. So now I'm going to be making double crochet. So this row is an increase row. All together I'll be making increase. Oops. So I've made 2 double crochets into this space. Then the next space, carrying along this tail, then I'll make another double crochets into that place. So I'll be making 2 double crochets into each space across. Now I'm carrying this tail along. Do you see it? This tail along. So I'll be putting it on top of my hook so that it will enter into the work. Some people, they like to finish their work, then they will now weave in the end. I love carrying my yarn along so that I will not need to be stressing myself, So I'm carrying it along like that. So don't forget that we are making increase in each of the space, which is the 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So we are going to do it like to the last one, which is this one. So I'll meet you at the end of the row here. I've come to the almost end of the row. So I want to show you something, that don't make a mistake of walking into this place. This is the last one, and make sure that you are counting. So now the tail that we have before, that we started with, I've worked on it to the extent that it remained. So I have to cut it. I have to cut the remaining one with my scissors. So to make the work neat. So now I have to walk into the last one. Ta-da! So we are going to do slip stitch again to the top chain of the first double crochet. So we are going to the third row now, the third round. So I'm going to be chaining 2. Note that the chaining 2 does not count as stitch, it's just the turning stitch. So now we are going to enter into the first space here and make 1 double crochet. We just finished the increase row. We're still going to continue in doing the increase, but this row 3 is different. So this third row, we are going to be making 1 double crochet, then an increase. When you hear me say something like increase, what I mean by increase is making 2 double crochets, or making 2 of the pattern we are making. And what's the pattern we are making, which is double crochet? So I'm going to chain 1 now and input and input 2 double crochet into the next space. So I've done the increase, then I'll yarn over and make in the next space. I'll just make just 1 double crochet, then the next space I'll make an increase. So that's what we'll be making in this row. This is what we'll be making in this row. One double crochet, then increase, 1 double crochet, then increase, like that. That's how we'll be doing. So let me do 1 more double crochet, then increase, so we'll meet at the end here, and the end of this row 3 here. So see you at the end here. So we have come to the end of the row, and there's something I want to tell you, that it depends on what you are using to start your row. Now when it comes to all these rows of no increase, then increase, no increase, something like that. Now I started with double crochet, just 1 double crochet. I must end it with increase, you understand, like 2 double crochet in the same space. So if you start with 1 double crochet and you end with 1 double crochet, you have made a mistake. If you start with 2 double crochet, like increase here in the first space, that means you have to end with 1 double crochet here. But in my own case, it is the increase that I'll end it with. So I'm yarning over now and starting my hook and make 2 in the increase. So now I will slip stitch at the top of my first double crochet. Yeah, so we are done with row 3. So row 4 now, it follows like that. Chain 2, then we'll start with 1 double crochet, then we'll do another double crochet into another space like this, then increase into another space. So what this row means, this row 4 means, is that we make 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, then increase, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, then increase. So let me show you again. 1 double crochet into another space, then another 1 double crochet into another space, then an increase. You get. So that's what we'll be doing in this row. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, then increase in another space, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then increase. So that is 1 1 2 1 1 2 until we end it. Now the last thing I told you the other time was that when you start with 1 double crochet, you're going to end with an increase. So let's check if you are going to be ending with an increase. So I will see you next when we get into this space here. We have come to the end of the 4th row. 1 2 3 4. So I just want to show you that, when I told you that when you start with double crochet, you end with increase. So I want to make the increase now. Just have to be checking it so that you know that you are making the right thing, or that you have not made a mistake. So I want to slip stitch now. So I'm going to chain 2. This is row 5. So I've chained 2 like that to start my row. Then now this row, guess what? We are going to be doing 3 different double crochet. Then before we do increase, we did 2 the last row. So this row now, we're going to be doing 3. So 1, 2, 3, then an increase. So that's what we'll be doing in this row. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the notification button. Give me a thumbs up. If you like the video that you're watching, please give me a thumbs up. Like and share my video with your friends. If you have any question, please comment in the comment section. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. So then we've done our 1, 2, 3. Then the next is increase. So just continue like that. I'll meet you at the end of this row. So I've come to the end of row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have to continue to row 7. So you have to do the increase to row 7. So the row 6 will now be after you do your chaining too. So row 6 will now be 4 different double crochets, then increase. The last one we did 3. It will now be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then increase. Then row 7 will now be 5 double crochets in this then in all the spaces of 5, then increase. So I'll meet you when we get to row 7. Like row 7, this is row 5, 6. I said you make 5 and you make 4 different double crochets, then increase. Then row 7 it will be 5, then increase. So I'll meet you at the end of row 7. Alright guys, so this is the end of the row 7. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I told you that you should make 5 double crochet single ones, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then increase. So can you see now? So this is the 7th row. So now this is where the row of increase will stop, and it will fit just normal all head. This I'm very sure will fit all head, except the people that has hair on their head, although it's for a male, but a female too can wear it. So this is the minimum for there are people that have extra, like that have bigger heads. So with that, I think you can add one more row of increase. Do you get? So but for people that have hair, you can add 2 more rows of increase, or just 1 more rows of increase. So that would be your own will be like 8 rows or 8 rounds, because this is 7. So now this row, now we are just going to make the normal double crochet around. So it will now be normal double crochet around. So this is no increase row. So I'm just going to be making double crochet, 1 double crochet throughout this row, which is this row is row 8. So just continue like that, then I'll meet you at the end of the row here. Yeah, so we have come to the end of row 8. Let's count it again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this row now is when we'll start this pattern here. It looks like a clusters pattern, but it is just different slightly. So now we are going to be chaining 3. So then I yarn over and insert my hook into the same stitch and pull up a loop. So I'm going to yarn over and make a double crochet. So I've made a V stitch here. So I'll skip one stitch and I'll now make another V stitch in the next 2 space. So I'll skip this place, then walk into here and make a V stitch, which sounds like you making an increase. So I'll make a V stitch. I'll skip one again and make a V stitch into this space here. I hope you can see it very well. Yeah. So then I skip one again and walk into this space. So that's what we are doing in this row. That's the pattern. So as you're watching this video, as you're enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up, like and share. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification button. So that you're going to see our other videos. Alright, so that's what we are making in this row. So just continue like that, then I'll meet you at this space here. So I've come to the end of the row. So I said V stitch, then skip one. So at the end here you must have a stitch that you skip before you now slip stitch on the top of the first 3 chains that we made in the beginning of this row. So you are going to slip stitch like this. So then after the slip stitch, you slip stitch into the next space here. Then you slip stitch again into this space between these 2 V stitch. Then you now chain 3. Then start another one by making a double crochet. So you make the double crochet inside this space. So it's now this space now that you now start working into. Then you make V stitch into those space, not into the V stitch that you're making. So it is in between these spaces that you'll be making your V stitch. Do you see how beautiful it is? That's how it looks here also. Yes, like this. So that's how you continue to be making that. So like that until we reach here back. Yeah, so I've come to the end of this row. So let's count the rows. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. If you want to follow my own pattern here, so the 8th row is the row that is just neutral. So it's not a decrease, it's not an increase. This is row 9, then this row 10. So this is the end of row 10. So we're going to slip stitch. So So this is the row 10. So now if you check it here, I have row 10, and sorry, this is row 10, this is 11, 12, 13. So this pattern is it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of this pattern. So now the way I showed you how to continue, like from this row 10, now I said you first chain 1, then you slip stitch, or you may not chain 1, you can just slip stitch, then slip stitch into this space again, then chain 3. So after chaining 3, you can now make a double crochet into the space, then skip this, then walk into the space beside it, so I make a V stitch. So that's how you make this row. So we're in row 11 now. So like I showed you here, this is row 10, row 11, so 11, 12, 13. So at the end of the 13th row, I'll meet you at the end of the 13th row. So just continue. So I'll meet you at the end of the 13th row. This is the end of the 5th row of this stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next thing to do now is to chain 1. Then this row that we want to go into now, I think this place was 10 that the other time, 11, 12, 13. So row 14, we have to start it with a single crochet. So I'm going to insert my hook and pull up a loop. This, just be careful. Like this. Then chain 1, and then pull out the loop. So go to the second space and make a single crochet in all the spaces. So this row we are going to be making single crochet. Making single crochet, just insert your hook, pull up a loop, and yarn over and go through. If you don't know how to make a single crochet, I've made the video, it's part of the videos that I have on my channel, so you can get into that and watch it. So as you can see, the beanie is already coming out beautifully, the way it should. So let's just continue like that. Make a single crochet in each space across the round spaces. So just continue to make the single crochet like that. So make it throughout, and I'll meet you when you get here. We have come to the end of this row, so I'm going to slip stitch into the first single crochet. So next I'm going to chain 1, then insert my hook into the first space and make single crochet again. So this row 2 is the single crochet row also. So just continue like that, make a single crochet throughout this row, and I think we're in row 15 now. This 13, 14, then 15. So we're in the row 15, so we are going to be ending in row 16. So now this is single crochet, the next row also will be single crochet, so that will be row 13, 14, 15. So that will be row 16. So I'll meet you at the end of row 16. So I'll show you how to fasten up your work and make it ready for use. So as you're enjoying this video, make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you'll be able to see my other videos. As I'm uploading it, you'll be seeing it. Thank you so much. So now let's meet at the end of row 16. I've come to the end of the 16th row, so I'm going to slip stitch into this space right here. I'm going to slip stitch, then I'm going to chain 1. So I will pull it up a little bit, then cut the yarn like this, and remove this other one. It remains just little, so I'm going to pull it so that it will be so tight. Then I will now introduce my yarn needle. So you just walk through this. You are putting your yarn inside the work like this. You can do it anyway. You can even use it. You can use your crochet book to weave in your ends like that. But I intentionally want to use my needle for it. And don't forget, I'm using 2 strands of yarn like this, as you can see, so that the cap will be very thick. I don't want it to be soft, to be too soft. You understand? So, and ta-da! We've made our beautiful cap. So just add your tag to it. Any tag you use, like this, something like this, you can just add your tag to it, and lo and behold, you have your cap. So you watch this video to this, in fact you have tried, and I will be gladly to see the ones you make. Just write a comment in the comment section to know the color that you made yourself. If you made any mistake, you can just reach out to me. Don't worry, I'll reply to your messages. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.